The city is expanding a program that helps fathers with parenting skills. Recently, an event was held inside John Jay College called Empowering Fathers, Thriving Children.
Why I didn't get an
City
invite?
Officials say children succeed a lot more when their dads are involved in their lives. Here's what some of the fathers told New York One about the challenges they face.
There's a lot of organizations for women, not so many for fathers. And I believe that
y'all don't support for fathers.
The justice system, something needs to happen. And it starts with us fathers at home, getting the resources together to be able to actively be in our children's lives.
A lot of these programs here has been helping us out to interact with our children, maybe taking different alternatives, just showing us different ways of how we could, become a better and or different father. It helped me more than words can explain right now, to be honest. I'm a proud dad of two, and honestly, it's been great dealing with everybody in here that's involved with these programs. It's amazing.
Another federal funding scam.
Mike Bobbitt, Deputy Commissioner of the Department of Youth and Community Development, as well as Clarence McLean from the Friends to Fathers program. Gentlemen, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me. Pleasure.
So let's start out right here. I mean, being a father is tough. Whether you're a single dad, whether you are somewhat involved, or even if you're married, right? There's sometimes a lot of questions that dads have to answer.
Absolutely. I'm married.
A lot of false allegations dad's got to answer.
Thankfully, I've created a lot of relationships
frivolous filings of petitions.
Because there is no formal manual for being a dad. One of the things I'm excited about at DYC, because we have our Fatherhood Initiative, we've created spaces so other dads in the same situation that I've been in, or maybe the situation that you've been in, it's not a formal manual, but through the peer network and through some formal instruction, people can get answers to at least some of their questions.
How important is this initiative, a fatherhood initiative, when we know a lot of times we're talking about dads who may not be involved, or maybe they're younger dads and they're stressed between the mom and the dad and they're not there? How important is this for them?
I think it's very important. The way that we've approached it with DYC's Fatherhood Initiative, we suppose that there's several kinds of conversations that dads may want to be in, even if when they first come to the program, they don't know they want to be in those conversations. When they meet other dads and they start distinguishing discipline from corporal punishment, when they start looking at ages and stages of development, and you mentioned sometimes there can be some tension with the custodial parents, right? Gatekeeping issues, access to your child, or just trying to arrive at making decisions together. Again, to have a
false allegations,
solve,
petty arrests,
who've had some practical experience and maybe some victories along the way,
estate fraud, paternity fraud.
I think it's very important.
And some of the initiatives, the goals and the core areas, when we looked it up here on New York One, parenting skills development, effective co-parenting, employment and education, child support, and child visitation. I want to bring you in, Clarence. You have a program in the Bronx that you work with, or did you start the program?
Actually, I attended the program and graduated from it.
Graduated. So you were a dad that you felt you needed the help. How did that work? How did you get involved?
Oh, man, it was crazy. I was going through tough times, with my son's mother, and I needed to be saved. And, I reached out to them, and I got in. I didn't like it in the beginning because I was sitting around a whole bunch of guys that I didn't know nothing about. And after that, it was just, we just went on from there, man. It was a bond. We all got together. We became family, and it helped me get my family back together.
And that's Friends to Fathers.
Friends to Fathers.
In the Bronx. What advice would you have for a father who is going through issues right now with trying to raise their child and they're not close to the child or the child's mom?
Well, the best advice to give a father that's going through that is, he has to ask himself, do you really want to be in your child's life? And don't make it just about being with the mother. Because, things are going to happen. We're not going to get along. But if he wants that help, Friends to Fathers is here. Go through with it. It'll get you back with your family. But you have to remember why you're doing it.
Yeah.
What you're here for.
Suck a lot of suck.
That's the best advice, that I can give him.
Mm-hmm. And we know...
Be a client
to the
in a federally funded
the
initiative.
Department of Youth and Community Development, that so far you've helped maybe 1,000 to 1,500. The mayor recently announced another $7 million for the Fatherhood Initiative program. We
That's
know
what it's
the
about,
mayor's
that
going
money.
through a lot himself right now with the court case and every campaigning. But outside of him making this announcement, this fatherhood initiative has been around for more than 20 years. Am I right, Mike?
That's right. I joined the agency in 2010. The Fatherhood Initiative has been going strong since 2003. And we have been at the capacity of serving.
So y'all been the ones
1,500
cutting out
dads a
disgusting
year.
dads.
So with this additional funding that the mayor's made available, we're going to be able to double the number of slots.
What would you say in terms of, some people will say, well, why are we spending money on something like this? Some people may say it's the wrong place to spend money. What would be your answer
Because
to that?
it's a deflection from the fraud
when we
going on by
holistically about
ACS.
what supports families, it's important
And
that we're
DOE.
recognizing all of the pillars of strength that can happen across the family. And without the luxury of a lot of time, you can say that some of the child welfare programs and some of the family strengthening programs have deservedly supported moms, and there's nothing to take away from moms. But when you can bring all of the members of the family to support the children, that's going to be in the best interest of the local
Give the
family.
dads some help, right? Shout
There's
out
so
to the
many
dads.
statistics about father absence, but we have to look at the statistics about father presence. Children do better in school. They're less likely to be disruptive in school. They're more likely to perform well and go on to college and do other things when they've had the parental influence of a father. So let's lean into that.
Dads being involved also, according to stats, it helps to stop kids from getting in trouble and maybe getting involved in the criminal justice system.
Absolutely.
Very quickly, if people want more information on the Fatherhood Initiative, where can they go?
Please visit www.nyc.gov/DYCD for Department of Youth and Community Development.
All right, Mike Bobbitt and Clarence McLean, thank you for coming in.
Thanks again for having us.